Welcome everyone to the OTECH Pros webinar. This is a weekly webinar which happens every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We are happy to have all of you here. We have already 176 of you attendees and the numbers are climbing as we speak. Today we have our four OTECH pros who combined together have over 90 years of experience as IT professionals. They are working in the industry. They are knowing what is happening in the industry. It's not just academic knowledge. They have actual application experience. And this is what you're going to hear today as they speak. And we also have Marty Degarmo, who will be speaking, as well as Tony Monk, who are our regular contributors. So we are going to begin at this time, and our topic today is on passive, the reset of the digital world. And we are going to begin with Bob Takusi, who will give us an overview.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Lynn. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Bel Air. Brother Tony, good to see you, Brother Marty, and my fellow brothers, Oliver, Vincent, and Collins. Last night was great. I hope we do the same today. So we're talking about the reset, OnPassive as the reset to the digital world. Yes, OnPassive is. OnPassive is the reset. OnPassive is the paradigm shift that we talk about all the time that is coming. You know, look at our structure. If you look at the structure of OnPassive, the way it is set up, it's different. It's a reset. Our ecosystem. OnPassive is coming to the marketplace with a gigantic ecosystem with multiple applications or system all put together in that ecosystem. If you look at our employees, look at our business model, everything about OnPassive is a reset. It's different. I believe when we say reset, we just mean different here. OnPassive is different, what she's bringing in to the marketplace today. When we talk about reset, we mean like a shift, a paradigm shift, or we are starting anew, or we are recalibrating, you know, resetting the digital world. OnPassive's main focus in this reset process is her customer and the value that we bring to the customer. It's value. OnPassive is the only company that I know that is coming into the marketplace as a customer-oriented company. We believe in OnPassive that the customer should get the most value for as little as possible for the price. You know, for those of us who are founders who are listening to us today, if you go to the back office, you know, there's a video in the back office that has been there for almost more than a year now plus. When we initially opened our office in Hyderabad, there was a video that was there, about 7 minutes and 18 seconds or something like that. It is actually right now in Mr. Ash Mufara's page. If you go to updates and then you go to Mr. Ash Mufara's tab, you should scroll all the way down. That video is there. You know, that video to me talks about the reset. That video, I believe that video is there purposely to give everyone who comes to OnPassive and who listens to that video to understand who OnPassive is. If you listen to that video, in the beginning, there's a narrator, there's somebody who is speaking, you know, there's a narrator speaking, but it sounds more like that is Ash Mufara speaking. That it sounds like those are his words. When the narrator says OnPassive is an equal opportunity for all, bridging the gap to big and small. That's a reset. A company that is coming into the marketplace and is saying that we're going to come in, we're going to bridge the gap. This company is for every company, whether you're big or you're small, you're going to be able to come into OnPassive ecosystem, find products, tools that you can use to totally revitalize your digital marketing strategies, your total output, to transform your business completely. It is not only for the big companies, the multinational corporation, it is also for the little shop owner in the city in Papua New Guinea could use OnPassive products and change their marketing strategies. That is what the reset is. When we talk about reset, this is what we are looking at a broad perspective. OnPassive resets every business that is out there, whether you're big or you're small. And that is what This message is telling us every business, everyone needs artificial intelligence today to survive in the marketplace. Artificial intelligence is the way forward. And OnPassive comes to you with a platform that at its base layer of her infrastructure is built artificial intelligence from the ground up. So every business that will come into OnPassive products, use OnPassive products, you're going to reset yourself as well. You know, let's look at OnPassive products, her products alone, each and every one of those products. My brother Collins is going to go more dive into the products of OnPassive. He's going to explain the disruptiveness of this OnPassive, the product, some of the features and the usability of these products. Collins is going to deep down more. But let me just, we all know that it is built with artificial intelligence. They are integrated, they all talk together, you know, and they're automated. It's an automated system. The system is working for you. We use AI to automate it so that it's hands-free. You don't have to do anything, you know. But there's something about OnPassive products that we are bringing to the market that is a total reset. When our CEO talks to us, he often mentions this word unmetered. That's unlimited. Unmetered. There's no meter. You do not buy OnPassive products and then have to worry about, oh, how many users do I have, or how much space do I have, and stuff like that. No. With OnPassive, when you come in, you use one of our products, you purchase any of our products, you have unlimited capacity, unlimited number of users to use them. And this is going to be very good for businesses around the world, both big and small. We are in the industry right now. When we make any acquisition of any software, any product that we want to use, legal teams get together with the vendor management teams. They come together and they are fighting with the software provider. They are sitting together, writing contracts. We have what they call a master service agreement, an MSA. They're saying that, okay, you have to use this many users are going to use this product. The subscription fee is this. They're stipulating all their terms and conditions and all that. At the end of every year, the company is paying, you know, renewing the licenses and all that. If you have 100 users using this application, you are going to have to pay licenses for 100 users and stuff like that. Bottleneck, bureaucracy. Ashmufara comes and says that with OnPassive products, it is unmetered. You buy the product, you come into the ecosystem, you single sign-on, you get in as many users as you want. There's no limited capacity, there's no maximum capacity for you to use our products. That is a major shift in the industry. That is what he calls, when he talks about the correction to the corruption. That's part of it. You get into the system, you get our products, you get our service, whatever it is, you are unmetered. You can go. Even the setup of our company as OnPassive, the corporation, the way it is set up, it's a reset. No company has done what OnPassive has done. Before we launch, OnPassive is coming to the marketplace with about 5 different locations around the world. OnPassive starts in Orlando, Florida, goes to Hyderabad in India. From Hyderabad in India, we go to Singapore. From Singapore, we go to Dubai, Burj Khalifa, 2 floors. Not offices, 2 floors. Floor 134 and floor 151. And there are talks of a 3rd office in Dubai, in the Dubai Internet City in Abu Dhabi. That is a total reset paradigm shift at a proportion that we have never known or seen before. What company does that? Which company has come in like OnPassive has come in? With 1,000 or so employees, seasoned employees. Most of of the people working for OnPassive have the qualified credentials, mostly master's degrees and PhDs. They are the guys working for us. They are the guys putting these products together. Their salaries are compounded. That means whatever you make this month, if something is added to it the next month and the next month and the next month. The CEO loves them. He has unleashed them so that they can use their imagination to bring it to reality, whatever they are doing. And the word has gone out, actually, that Ashmufara is liberal in his way of dealing with employees, and that has opened us for more attractive, has attracted more technicians to come in. And that's why he's telling us every day. Last week we had 7 new, this week we had 4, the following week we have, people are coming in and they are also contributing into OnPassive as a whole, because when you unleash them and you pay them well, the companies, you don't only retain them for employee retention, you also exploit their brains and they contribute more to OnPassive as a company. You know, the treatment of the employees, the training center, we have training facilities for these employees, machine learning, artificial intelligence department, innovations labs already, both digital and physical. That's a reset. There's no company that we know of that has come in to the marketplace at this level. Most companies actually, where OnPassive is before she launches to the world, most companies don't attain it. That's a reset. Most companies do not get to where OnPassive is before she launches to the world. That's a fact. You know, let us look at the founders. The concept of the founders, the way Ash Mufara brings everything together. OnPassive comes in with almost 1.5 million founders. These founders are also customers. These founders are also resellers. You know, so we are founders, we are customers, and we are resellers. So what does that mean? That means on the first day of the launching of OnPassive comes in with 1.5 million customers. What company has ever done that? That's a reset. Just multiply whatever number you have in your head for our activation when we come into the marketplace times 1.5 million. OnPassive is sustainable on day one as it gets into business, right? That is a reset. That is unheard of. We have never seen anything like that. OnPassive is branding us. Each and every one of the 1.5 million founders is being branded. You have your own domain and your own website with every single product of OnPassive running on it. And then traffic is being driven to your domain, to your website. That is a reset that has not been done before. You know, these websites, they change on a daily basis. Every day, the websites change. As a company, OnPassive also does another reset by coming in independently. OnPassive does not rely on any other outside forces for her survival, her sustainability, her products, everything. OnPassive comes in, she builds her own products from scratch, from the ground up. Everything is proprietary. We don't have any third-party products working for, integrating them with OnPassive products. No. We do have our own data center that is hosting all our data. That is why we are able to say we are unmetered. We have everything in-house. We have our own products, we have our own data center, and at the verge of clinching or finalizing our own financial system. So what does that tell us? That is a reset. That is a reset of the resets that we can think of, the paradigm shift. Everything is changing. The way this company is coming into the marketplace. You know? So I'm going to leave it there and I'll send it back to you, Antiline, and we can continue later. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob Takusi. Just hearing those few minutes of what Bob had to say, doesn't it blow you away? Because on passive, you know, we're superior in so many different ways, and we're a game changer in the industry. So, you know, we can all be very, very proud to be associated with this great company. Next, we go on to Collins. Yeah, Collins Mana, he's going to be speaking on the products.
Thank you, Antiline. Great presentation, Bob. I just want to greet Tony, Marty Degarmo here, Vincent, and Oliver. Yeah, that was wonderful. And all those who are watching as well, both online and with us here. You're all welcome. You are the heroes. So we're talking about reset today. OnPassive, the reset of the digital world. That's a very big statement. How will OnPassive change the dynamics, the products, using the products? But before I look into OnPassive, I just want to say something out of OnPassive. A big company, we know that, there are companies that will forgot that they even exist. But who can even remember that Nokia was one of the biggest companies?
Yeah.
Who can even imagine that Nokia, the giant, when it comes to percentage, they had 95%, they had all the percentage. And at that time, 2000, and was it 2011? Apple had just 5% of the global market share. 5%. Who could have even imagined that Nokia would disappear? Why did Nokia disappear? Because they refused to reset. They refused to innovate. And we remember the CEO cried, not because they did anything wrong, but they refused that reset. Whilst others like Android and all of the rest, they were trying to innovate and move on, Nokia believed that we are the giant. There is nothing we can do. People love us because we have the market share, arrogance, and they dropped and was bought over by Microsoft in 2013. Bought over. Now we can't even imagine. Nobody can even think about Nokia, but they were the best producer of phones. That is the digital age. We're talking now about OnPassive. Why OnPassive will change everything, the dynamics, the game. One, the products. We know that the products are all built with AI from scratch. All automated means you don't have to do anything, hands-free, integrated with one another. For instance, Academy integrated with what? OConnect and OMail, OChat, all of those products, they are all built from scratch. You remember our CEO said, if it's not AI driven, forget it. We'll build it from scratch. We'll create another product. How many times has the CEO look at it and said, no, we need to scrap it again and build it? A company with 1.4 million founders, potential customers, and has not gone into the market. Why are people craving for OnPassive? Because of the product, disruptive technology, disruptive functionality, that is features that are all integrated, embedded. Products that everybody anywhere will need, as our brother Bob said. Looking at our old tracker, we're talking about heat maps. Businesses will come in because they will easily identify where their customers are. They can easily target their customers from whichever location. Say someone in New Papua Guinea is selling something or is looking for something, they can target that customer using their heat maps and know that, okay, why wasting resources across the globe? This is our target market. They can focus their intention and put everything there, all their resources in that particular location and make and maximize profit, minimize loss. That is what a lot of people will come in because of old tracker. Not only the businesses, IT company will use it because they need it to ping IP addresses whilst they are building the software. Old tracker, that's a game changer. Product, disruptive technology, disruptive functionalities. We're talking about Academy, multi-language translation. Someone can stay in Japan and study in English, have never ever, understand how someone who's never, spoken any word in English, take an exam, multi-language translation. You can study in your own language, the language that you are comfortable with. A platform that will give you not certificate of attendance, which is worthless, certificate, accredited certificate, qualification, means you can sit at the comfort of your own home, go through everything, get a recognized certificate. No platform, we have used it, Udemy, Udacity, Pluralsight, none of them, they give you worthless certificate of attendance. You can study, yes, it's good platform, but when you want to take the exam, you have to go out of that environment and sit for the exam, pay extra money. Academy is there for you. OConnect, dual screen sharing, multi-language, again, real-time translation, just a lot of disruptive functionality. Some of them we don't even know because our CEO said they have taken it to another level. So we are just saying what we know. We can see from outside, but in the inside, it is more disruptive. than we can even imagine. Futures that we've never seen. The old mail, you know, you can send, voice to text, want to send email to maybe my brother Vincent, I can sit in the comfort of my home and just send it, Vincent, how are you doing? I want to blah, 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 and say send, and the message will go straight via, nothing, without typing anything. You have never, that is disruptive features. Spam free. Every feature is integrated in one place. There are people, if I ask you using Gmail, where is your contact list? You will struggle to find it. Or you're using Yahoo Mail. Where is your calendar? You struggle to find it. Too many pop-ups. But come into OMail, everything seamlessly integrated in front of you with a slider bar. What else? Where can you get this? It's about cutting time frame, the time we spend, logging in to a lot of features or clicking and you have a lot of things in front of you. Time frame, a job that you want to do for 15 minutes, you're wasting time. We're talking about single sign-on here. Are we going to talk about our OBLESS? Which company has OBLESS? That is disruptive. A company who thinks about people. They think about human beings. The people are first. That is what is in Mr. Ash Mufara. When you put the people first, the light will shine on you. It is about the people. It's not about money. Mr. Ash Mufara said he is not interested. He's not interested about the money. It's about providing value, disruptive functionality that people will go and they'll be screaming and craving for OnPassive. This is what we're talking about. Disruptive functionalities. People first, money will come later. We're talking about OBLESS, 100% done for you. 100% of what you want to do. The whole world will not. I know a lot of companies, sometimes their employees are sick or something. They said, let's do something. Do a crowdfunding to help this our employee. They will use OBLESS because they know 100% of that money contributed for that cause will go. OnPassive will not take a dime out of it. And everything is seamlessly breaking down. You can see who contribute what, how the money was spent, a product that can give you that seamless understanding of whatever contribution are made. That's OnPassive, all done for you. No company has OBLESS. This is the crown. I always call it the crown of OnPassive. It's OBLESS because OnPassive was built because of that. There are webinars I always said this. I said, if Mr. Ash Mufara was about to build this company thinking only about the founders to put money in our pocket so we can go and sleep, he will say, no, I'm not doing it for you because he wants us to replicate it. He wants us to replicate, founders replicate themselves to 1 billion to trillion, where everybody anywhere, the animals will have space in OnPassive. Not only humans, even the animals will have space in OnPassive. So I'll leave it there, Angeline, and thank you very much for this platform.
Great presentation, Collins. That was dynamic, and when I listen to you, I get more excited about being part of this great company. I love that the products are all integrated with one another. They have disruptive features that no other company provides. Products everyone can use and everyone needs. A company where people come first and an automated done-for-you system. You can't beat OnPassive. So next we go on to Vincent, and Vincent is going to talk about the data center as it relates to the reset of the digital world. Go ahead, Vincent.
Okay, thank you, Angeline, and also thank you, my brothers Collins and Bob, for a wonderful presentation. Thanks to my brother Oliver. Hello to brother Tony, and also brother Marty. So today we talk about the reset of digital world. So the reset of digital world, I'll talk about the data center. So the data center today, we'll talk about the data center, all the technologies tied to our data center, and will make our data center, I believe, the best data center in the world. So I'll start from first of all, what is a data center? So data center is a facility that centralizes an organization, share IT operation and equipment. So this is what it is, the data center. So the data center, again, I said even yesterday, again, the data center is no internet service provider. So because some people out there, they think they're still confused with internet service provider. A data center is not an internet service provider. It's like a big facility, a big house where we have all share IT system inside, servers and backup devices, network devices, all the cables, power supplied, territory power supply, all the network cables, RJ45 hubs, switches. This is all making the data center. So this is a one-way data center. So our data center is a green data center. So what is a green data center? So a green data center is a repository for system design for maximizing the energy efficiency. And then also at the same time minimizes the environment impact. So this, what this mean for our data center again, the green data center is used for advanced technologies such like data storage, management, and operation on the data. So the reason for the green data center is to save the environment. So our data center is green data center. So our data center on passive data center save the environment. So we have a positive impact in the environment, not a negative impact. So in our data center, just highlight also that we have a backup. So the backup is fast, and also our frequent backup won't stop bug the bandwidth. So the data center, the backup on passive backup is the best also among the backup of all data center in the world at the moment. We have a disaster recovery. So our data center also can recover all servers, backups, the working station, even Microsoft Office 365 data. So our data center also they do a disaster recovery system. And then archiving. So we have a system we can archive for long, short term. Our data center can archive for long term. So we have this facility as well. If you want to your data to be archived for long term, on passive data center is the solution for your business. If you want for short term, is also a solution. If you want for a 1 month calendar, 30 days, is also a solution for your business. So, and then after the backup and disaster recovery, I'm going to talk about also the security tied to our data center. So our data center, we have a physical security. The physical security, we have a CCTV, we have a two-factor authentication, we have also biometric, we have a card access. So we have to access the building, they have some access as well. So we have a compatibility like we have intrusion, alarms, and then we have a single sign-on. So this is and then we have also compliance, because our data center is compliance, because it's a multi-data center, multi-region data center. So it's compliance to all the security system. My brother Oliver will talk more about that. And then is a guru in the IT security area. So he will talk about that area as well. So our data center, on passive data center, have a technology called load balancer. So the load balancer, we have that as well in our data center. So what is the load balancer? The load balancer is a processing for distributing network traffic across multi-servers. So if we have a server A, if it's busy, and then it can send the traffic across server B, and B busy, send it to C, on, and so that the traffic is shared to all the networks so that user can do the job and everything. So the load balancer also improve application responsiveness. So this is how the application make the improvement as well. It also increase the availability of the application and the website for users. So this is also the good part of the load balancer for our data center. So we have that technology as well. And then the next technology I'll talk about, it will be a artificial intelligence system. So artificial intelligence system is one of the biggest technology we ever have in most of the data center, but on passive, we have the artificial intelligence system. So this is what technology that make the difference from our data center to the other data center in the world. Because artificial intelligence system, I would say also the benefits of the artificial intelligence system. The artificial intelligence system can monitor server performance, the network congestion, and also even the disk utilization. So the artificial intelligence can tell us how the disks have been used, and then the space left, and then it can even predict, analyze the system for us. So artificial intelligence, it can even tell us the data outage. If there's anything happen, the artificial intelligence predict the system. Even artificial intelligence can even leverage the advanced prediction analytics to track the power, even the power level. And also artificial intelligence can detect also the area in the system where they have a defect or they have issues. So you can predict and then we can fix the issue. So this is a great tool we have in our data center, because not all the data center, they have that as well. So, and the artificial intelligence also can detect malware and also identify security hole in the data center system. So this is also great advantage of using artificial intelligence. They have a lot of security. My brother Oliver will say more about that as well. So on passive, we have hybrid. Our data center is hybrid. So the data center hybrid, that means the data center is on premise and then also on cloud, in cloud. So we have both technology in our data center. And then the data center, again, is a multi-region data center. So we have across all over the world. So the data center, multi-region data center. And then we use the best cable, we use fiber optics. So this is the cable we use for our data center, fiber optic. This is the best network cable we use it for our data center. So again, to say that we have the best technologies for our data center. So we have, again, the laser technology. Laser technology boosts the internet connection. So it's not internet provider, but it boosts the internet connection. If you are in an area like where I'm sitting now, if my network connection is not good, using the laser technology can boost and then give me the power, the best performance of my network connection. So this is how the laser technology will work. And then we have also our OVirtual VPN is a virtual private network. If you use OVirtual on passive OVirtual, if you use that, it can also boost your connection. So once you use that, your internet connection could be better, and then you can connect to on passive, like back office. If you want to connect to from your home to a back office, when you use OVirtual, your system will have a better performance. So again, on passive, our data center hosts 1 billion customers. So 1 billion customers is for our data center. So it's massive, big. We can host a lot of customers as we want. So this is also great opportunity for on passive data center. On passive data center is a dual IP address. So the dual IP address, we have IPv4 and IPv6. So the difference with the two is that IPv4 is 32-bit IP address scheme, support 4.3 billion devices. And then IPv6 is 128-bit and then also address and support over 340 trillion devices. So we see, because we are running out of IPv4, so now our CEO and the tech in Hyderabad, they think fast. So they build a system where we have a dual IP address. Once the IPv4 run out, we are also in advance. That's why my brothers said we in advance 3 years ahead. So we are in advance ahead for the technology coming. So IPv6 technology, we are in advance. We are using that already, because a lot of companies sitting outside there, they have not get to where we are at the moment using this IP system. So this is also a great opportunity for our data center. So we have, lastly, I'll talk about the cost. Even above all technology, all this technology I mentioned, people might think that it's very expensive, it's very costing, so maybe they cannot do business with us. But no, because our data center, our CEO is someone who think about humankind and then thinking about women being, and then he wants the best for the world. So he think also for the price. So because of that, we have the data center is ideally for business looking for economical solution. So our data center, even all this technology attract to the data center is still a good solution for business sitting there and business looking for economical solution. So I'll leave it there. Thank you. I'll leave it to Antolin.
Thank you, Vincent. You know, you went through a lot, and I see the superiority of our data center. You know, the data center itself is a reset in the digital world. There's so many functionalities that you described. This is mind-blowing. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And now we go to Oliver Fonte. He's going to be talking about security and also give concluding comments. Go ahead, Oliver.
Yeah, hi, hi everybody. Want to thank Lynn, Tony, Marty, and my three brothers here, Bob, Collins, Vincent. Just to say hi, and for our audience, I see about 400 and something watching us, and those that are also in YouTube. I want to say thank you for that. You believe in us, you have trust and faith in us to come and listen to what we are saying. I want to say thank you all. My name is Oliver Fonte, calling from Baltimore, Maryland. I am your friend. I want to say this. The CEO talk about trust, loyalty. That is the trust and the loyalty that we, the founders, the 1.4 or 1.5 million founders today, that trust that we are also a reset in the digital world. I want us to know that. To have that faith, that trust that the CEO and the loyalty that the CEO talk about. And the time that some of us, people like Tony, they've been here 2018, Marty Degarmo 2019, some of us 2020 and present, even the last person, that lady that joined, we are also the reset in the digital world because we were there. Then the timing also. Then when you look at OnPassive, you look at our products, like my brothers, they've all said that they're disruptive. They are. Then come, look at the price. Look at our price. It's going to be affordable. The world is waiting to see for them to also put their hands on top of our product because they're disruptive with innovative features, sophisticated and secured. Marketing. Look at what happened on the 3rd year of March in Dubai. Is that not the reset of the digital world? Which company has ever started their marketing campaign the way OnPassive took Dubai on hostage? Even in movie theater, that I know, in movie theater, when you go in movie theater, you have supporting. They'll show you the new movies that are coming. OnPassive was in the inside movie theater marketing. That is the reset digital world. That is the reset of digital world. We hammer Dubai for how many months? For more than a month, and it's still going on. It's still going on. That is, and it's the timing. The timing. You want to talk about traffic? Targeted, guaranteed traffic. Everything, like my brother Tony always say, compounding. Everything in OnPassive is extraordinary. That is the digital, that's the reset of the digital world. Everything extraordinary in OnPassive. We have labs, innovative labs. We have innovative labs, metaverse, AI labs, physical, mechanical, bioindustry labs, all over the world. That is the reset of the digital world. Our CEO hire employees. They are in Heidelberg just to brainstorm. They have coffee, tea, whatever they want to eat, they want to drink. They are there to brainstorm so that we will always be ahead of the game. Eagle. When you fly, you come to closer to us, we go another further. I don't see any company being in the industry. That is the reset digital world. That's why I keep saying OnPassive, we are extraordinary. CEOs, founders of other technology companies, they will call Mr. Ash Mufara to ask, please tell us, how How? You took this thing to a different level. I don't want to repeat what my colleagues what they said, but where we are compliant. We comply with 196 countries all over the world. Tell me which company. That is a reset, the digital world. Just being in 196 countries that will comply to all their regional laws, their policies before we get in there. Tell me which market we are not going to grab on this planet Earth. That is the reset. Because they are going to see our products. They are going to see the price that we are bringing on the table. Disruptive products is going to cut them cost. CEO, like I keep saying, they will refer other CEO in all over the world that please, they will have this company on passive. They have this product. They also have data center. Half of the price or of no price, no licenses. We are going to save money and put more money into the pocket of our employee. That is where the stimulus plan that Mr. Ash Mufara talks about, BAM, comes in. Because CEO are going to buy our products affordable, no licenses, more money comes to the company. That is the language of CEO. They want to hear more money in the company. And they are going to give what? More bonuses, more raise to the employee. The economy will be booming. On passive, reset the digital world by putting more money into the pocket of everybody all over the world. That is the reset we are talking about. That is the reset. My brother Vincent talked about the data center, but he didn't say something. Let me help him on this. We have backup power. Where have you ever heard that in data center? Backup power, backup internet. Everything in OnPassive has backup. Financial system, backup. We have total control of our empire, our digital system. We have total control. Nothing. We will not pay a dime to any company for anything. The data center mafia that is going on between the other three big giants, they will come to us. They will come to us. That is the reset, digital market. All companies on this planet Earth will come to OnPassive, they like it or not. All our products, sophisticated, secured, affordable. WhatsApp is not in Dubai. All power will be in Dubai. That is the digital reset. My grandmother, when I call my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, if she would have still been around, I will give her a cell phone and the network is going to be in my village. No interruption. Because of what? We don't only have the laser on the fiber optic. All virtual is there. It's going to be integrated into OPA, encrypted, secured network data, secured. It's going to boost also the network. So you people in PNG, you will be fine. You will be fine. You will no more have any interruption. You will no more have a lower weight of band for your internet. That is the reset, the digital world we are talking about. That is the reset. We have a training, AI training department, AI and machine learning training department in Hyderabad. Tell me which company they've prepared their employee to the level that they'll come, they train them. Again, maybe other employees, they want to cross-train. When we talk about cross-train, you cross-train, I'm in security, I want to do compliance with Bob, I go and do a data center with Collins, with Vincent, then Collins, I do quality assurance. Because of what? AI now is in the play. AI now will have to cross-train everybody from all departments to be familiar with artificial intelligence. The algorithms are going to perfect everything. Talk about testing, QA testing for Collins. Once the developer, they've written the code that they are working on it now to integrate it. When security comes now to check those codes, AI is doing the automated testing. That is the transformation. That is the reset of the digital world. Talk about penetration testing. I'm now in security. The manual work that they were doing pen tests annually, the automated partner is going to be more efficient for both the automated and the manual pen test, because AI is now detecting the threats that the bad guys will not be able to get in for penetration testing. Gives what? More efficiency. Like Collins talk about time that they were taking about 4 hours or 3 months for manual pen test. Now they'll take maybe 1 week. Timing comes in there now. The timing kicks in there now. This is what we are calling the reset of the digital world. Come again in security. I've talked about penetration testing. The vulnerability that are in our system, you will not get it. We'll have the firewalls, all the regions that are in, blocking the bad guys to penetrate. Even if you penetrate, you get into, we'll have AI waiting for you, machine learning with the algorithms that are going to perfect themselves every day. It's going to perfect that by the next how many years? In fact, the automation for that to detect vulnerability that comes in a threat in our system, it will not be anymore. That is the reset of the digital world. And AI is also going to help, not only predicting future attack and current attack, AI can also propose remediation or mitigation to those systems. That is the reset that we use AI today from scratch, from foundation upward. That companies, all companies that I know be in the industry, they don't. They don't. AI is powerful. That is our magic. The CEO told us last time that our AI makes us the hero. Our AI makes OnPassive the hero in the digital world. That is the reset. That is the reset of the digital world we are talking about. When you come and attack, you will forcefully, those guys that they come for data breach, when they want to come and to attack us for ransom, the AI will block all the ports, the system ports. You cannot get into our system. They block everything. No data go out, no data come in until it has been fixed. Where can you get that? Artificial intelligence. And with where? Which company? OnPassive. That is the reset of the digital world. That is why OnPassive will be superior forever and ever. We are not only unlimited with our products and all what? OnPassive itself, the company, infinito, secured. And we will be leading the world of the digital world by producing more products every day. Hackers cannot come into us. By the time they even think, they want to even start it, the firewalls are there blocking, the dynamic and the static are there also to block. And I know our CEO, if there's any contractor that will come into that they want to come and work into us, they will not give them access to our space. There's something we call in IT demilitarized zone, DMZ. That zone will be there for foreign contractors that want to come and work. They will have access to some particular data on DMZ zone that they will work on. Then our own employees, now if they deem it necessary to bring it inside our space, our own network, then they can bring them in the data, but not the contractors, because we don't trust them. That's why I talk about trust, they verify. That's DMZ zone. I'm sure, I don't know, but I know it's going to be there. The demilitarized zone. Function with what again? AI. Secured. That is what we are talking about. The reset of the digital world. I want to leave it there, and I want to say thanks for everybody for coming and listen to us. We are fine. We should not fear anything. our system, our ecosystem guarantee our price, our product, and the marketing. Thank you.
You tell him, Oliver. That is right. And remember Oliver's wise words to all of us. We are fine. And when he says we are fine, he means we are fine and much more. Isn't that right, Oliver? We're much more than fine. So he says this emphatically. All right, thank you. So now we go on to Marty Degarmo, and I know Marty Degarmo is going to have good stuff to tell us. Come on down, Marty.
Well. That was fantastic what we heard. Going to be hard to follow, but I will do my best. I am Marty Degarmo, and I am your friend. I want to talk about, we were talking about the great digital reset. I didn't think much about it before this week, but it was one of the ideas that were brought up by these gentlemen and Lynn Nakamoto. And I noticed it's a bigger thing than I even thought of. They had a big World Economic Forum going on at AWS, a discussion. And the founder of the World Economic Forum actually is Klaus Schwab. And guess what the discussion was? It was the great digital reset. And what they're finding now, which probably should have been the case from the beginning, is that it's not money, it's not capitalism, it's talent. And there are now companies that are rebuilding, are searching for talent. Now, the problem with that is you have to have a culture of that you believe that value and talent and heart is your number one resource. You have to believe that. Fortunately, Passive was designed and built from scratch with all of those things in mind. It doesn't have to repair. It was built that way. It was built on talent, value. And remember something, a lot of these companies they brought up that were so big at one time, you thought, wow, nothing could touch them. They're gone. And what happens is the minute you think you deserve to be on top is the minute you're about to lose that position. And the minute you don't focus on consumers and value and technology and want to be number one. And number one is elusive. Number one is always moving. So what does that mean for a company? They need to be on the move. They need to be thinking ahead. You can only be on top one day if only you think about is getting there. You have to think about and build a company like Unpassive, like Mr. Mufara, about staying there. And how you stay there is never think you're good enough and never satisfied with we're doing it, we're making enough, money. Because you're not based on that, because that isn't the focus of the company. The focus is being number one at the best value. That truly is the great digital reset. That is what makes the difference between a company like Unpassive and everyone else. I've been around a long, long time. I've worked for Fortune 500 companies. I see that they build to get somewhere. Unpassive is building to go for tomorrow at being the best. They never will think that they reached it. They just keep going farther and farther and farther. And if you're in that race with yourself, you can never lose. Never, ever lose. And when I read about these big meetings and what they're saying and what the big reaction needs to be is we need to reboot, we need to retool, we need to put in our minds talent, not just capitalism, but you have a company that was built from its conception of value, talent, technology. Strive to always be number one, not to reach number one, but to always be number one. When you're in a company like that, and you realize that when you're there, a lot of people, this is what happens to companies. Back in 95, 94, Amazon went on the internet, a little dinky company, and guess who came on? Barnes and Noble. And Barnes and Noble was Goliath. And Jeff Bezos said, we can't focus on who they are. We focus on who we are. And he went after value and he went after customers. Where is Barnes and Noble now? This happens all the time. The problem is when people get there, a company reaches whatever that goal they think they want, and they're satisfied. Every day after that, you fall behind. And with Unpassive, Mr. Mufara, the company, when your goal is to stay the best and hire the best, go after the best talent, money's the second issue. You can't fail. And I'm so proud to be part of Unpassive. I listened to what these gentlemen said here today. All of it equals Unpassive. And we couldn't be in a better place. And I know a lot of people think, well, it's too late. I can't be a founder. It's never too late in Unpassive. You could be a reseller and do very, very well. This company's only begun. And I want to tell you something. When you start off as a unicorn and you're born in Dubai on 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa, pretty darn good start. A lot better than a garage or an attic. So if you start as high as we are, there's only one way to go. Build a new high. And that's what Unpassive does. And I think you watch us and you see the new way to run business online, offline, anywhere in the world. We will be the standard to chase. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Marty Degarmo. Yes, I believe Unpassive does focus on value and on talent. I do see that for myself, so I would agree. And we are creating higher and higher tops as we go. The growth will never end. Thank you so much. Now we go on to Tony Monk, who is, I'm sure, has some stuff to tell us. Come on
I do,
down,
Lynn.
Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, this has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Lynn. This has been absolutely fantastic. You know, and you know how I feel being here on this panel. I mean, my brothers have chosen me to be on this panel. That is an honor. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, brothers. You guys are amazing. If you're not listening to my brothers, my OTECH pros here, then there's something wrong with you. Open up your ears and listen to what they're saying, because they're talking about the value of Unpassive. It's interesting. Marty did this exactly the same research I did with the digital reset, but I'm going to read the article. It's a short article. It's not that long, and it'll explain a little bit in detail about this digital reset, if you don't mind. And it is from Dr. Schwab. It's called The Great Digital Reset, Chasing Talent, Not Capital. So it goes on to say the world of the future is not the world of capitalism. It's the world of talented people. In other words, human talent is increasingly being seen as more essential to today's enterprises than capital is. That's the word from Professor Klaus Schwab. It's the man that Marty was just talking about. And he is addressing the global skills revolution. It says that it requires collaboration between companies and governments. Schwab says the world of the future is not the world of capitalism. It's the world of talented people. Talent has become the new currency. That's what Marty was just talking about. And it's fueling, it sustains the ventures more so than money alone does, he says. And talent is needed to support technology development, which has accelerated at a blinding pace over the past year in response to the COVID crisis that we've just had. It's a world of talented people, because the world's precious resources is talent. It's not financial capital anymore. Capital is always available if we have talent, which is unique. And that's pretty much what the article says. This digital reset that we're talking about is the new currency, in other words. It's the new currency. And Unpassive is the leading way to this new currency. And how are we the leading way? Because we're focused on value. We're focused on innovative products. years ahead of its time, right? We're focused on the value of people before profits. All these other corporations, and I've said it many times before, are more focused on profits before people. So what do? They slap something together very quickly, and it's not, there's no value there. So that's why we're the lead. That's why this digital reset that we're talking about is the new currency. And you have it right here. These tech pros, these guys that you're talking, that you see right here, you've been listening to, they do it every day. They know what the digital reset is. The digital reset is what Unpassive is doing right now. Okay, this digital market's been going on for a long time, but Unpassive is the leading edge of the digital reset. Back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome contribution right there. Right now, I think what we want to do is to have our panel of 6 discuss this topic. And I'd like to say, I think as a lay person, I'm going to ask a question that I think other lay people have as well. So I know we have all of this technology. We're supposed to be superior, all of that. But I think many non-techie people have a concern about what's going to happen in the future as these companies come and see what we're doing. Are they going to emulate us? Are they going to compete with us? Are they going to supersede us? I want to know from you what your view is on this question. I need some reassurance. So any one of you can take that.
Let me start. Yeah. One, we do have AI machine learning department, training department in Hyderabad, that they'll constantly be doing their research, constantly coming out with new features to add on our products. Again, we have labs, bioindustry labs, physical, mechanical labs, metaverse labs, AI labs. All these labs are there to make us to be ahead of the game. Our CEO hires some employees that their job is only to brainstorm. They have everything that they got. These are people that are going to be there to make sure that they'll add more features to our products, taking them to the next level. When we get to that level that the CEOs mentioned last time, when we get to that level, we will discover another level to be there. The CEOs told us that. So we are fine. There's nothing to be scared of. The technology that surrounds all our systems are modern technology. My brother Collins talked about the other ones yesterday on Friday night. We have all modern technology. Not only that, our system, our whole ecosystem is built with artificial intelligence from foundation up. We have that template. 100% automated and integration. So which company that they all what they are doing now, they patch, but we have from foundation up. So they can never even get there, except they want to bring down their whole infrastructure and starting from scratch. Colin said that yesterday, it's going to take them 4 or 5 years. Who is that customer that is going to wait? I need my product. I need 8 months, 9 months, 1 year to have this product. But on passive, we have that template already. Mr. Ash Mofara can tell you, the CEO, if you want any product, within 6 months, we will get it to you. You're going to get it. He told us other time about education, OTT. For me, the way I look at it, it's an extraction from academy. This country came that they want this product, they want this education. So there are a lot of other ways. I'll allow my brothers here to also talk about the other ways in that they will never get to where we are. When they get there, we'll move to the next level. We'll discover another level and go there. Thank you.
Yeah, Auntie Lynn, let me chime in a little bit. Thank you, Oliver. Thank you. All the founders, every single one who's blessed to be a founder of OnPassive should be at a state of constant joy, happiness, constantly. The superiority of the products of OnPassive is beyond measure. No one should think that there's any company that's out there, and we're saying this based on experience, inside experience, as we live in the industry right now. We're saying this, the superiority of unpassive products. Let me just run through a few real quick to make our founders, those who are listening to us right now, to let them rest assured that we are not only coming in superior, like Oliver said, we have teams of specialists who are brainstorming on how we're taking these products to the next level. Let's start with OConnect, for instance. Let me just give you a quick rundown. OConnect, you look at OConnect, only just the interface of OConnect, the interface alone, the look and feel, how you see it, you know, it is breathtaking. We had a glimpse yesterday of on Monday of a few items, but we had seen a demonstration a year ago by Mr. Ash, which we know by now it has been compounded and compounded, so it's totally different. But the interface that we saw, if you remember, it is beautiful. He calls it that it's like kissing marshmallows. It is, you know, the security aspect of our product. This Zoom that we are using right now, Zoom has been plagued with a lot of security issues. If you go, don't take my word for it, Google Zoom and the FTC. You see that last year Zoom settled the case with the FTC quietly because she was claiming that they are encrypted. They are not. So they settled that suit quietly, but we are encrypted from one end to another. So our security is guaranteed for unpassive. Our scalability, unlimited. Dual screen sharing, there's none right now in our industry. We don't know of any other. I use Cisco WebEx, I use Microsoft Teams, this is Zoom, there's Google Hangouts, there's Livestorm. There are about 20 different platforms. There's none that we know of that has dual screen sharing. We have auto translation, like Collins talked about. We have our laser that is on top of our connection. So each connection is, you know, is stable. And we use fiber optic cables for our digital transmission. So the picture that we see. So we are beyond measure. The companies that are coming, they are going to struggle to catch up with us. And by the time they get to us, we are gone. Let's look at OCHAT. OCHAT is a revolutionary product. OCHAT. Let us understand this, the OCHAT that we are bringing to the market is not the regular OCHAT that we know that you go online and you see, you click. No, that's a different thing. The OCHAT that you see consistently is, it reads your keyboard, right? It reads your keyboard and interacts with you. The OCHAT of unpassive is a very, very sophisticated, conversational chatbot solution. It's like a virtual human being. It talks to you. It has cognitive abilities. So it interacts with you. The moment you engage our OCHAT, it tries to understand exactly who you are as a human being. And you will come to unpassive and interact with OCHAT, and you will leave that session. You will not believe that was a machine you were talking with. That is what we are bringing. Companies around, every company around the world is going to want to use OCHAT. They will take it and integrate it in their system because it's a virtual employee, it's a virtual human. OTracker is another one. OTracker is actually artificial intelligence and business intelligence combined. It's a progressive technology. You know, Academy College talked about. So we are in a different place. Ash Mufara in basketball terms, Ash Mufara is Michael Jordan and everybody else is over here. Ash Mufara is over, unpassive is over here, and everybody else is down here. I don't know if you can see my hand. This is us. Everybody's down here. So let us take comfort in the master that is leading us. Remember, Ash Mufara is a master of technology. He knows the technology and he knows the marketing. So he's always going to drive us, you know, correctly. Let me leave it there.
Let me emphasize on that a little bit.
I'll add to what our brother have just said.
Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing we would take from here, and I want all the founders to understand, you know, Oliver have said it, Bob have said it. Unpassive have built tomorrow technology today.
Today, thank you.
That's it. They've built tomorrow's technology. So when other companies want to build tomorrow's technology, we'll build the next day technology. So that's just simple. It's just simple as it is. So we've already taken it far, way ahead of time.
Let me also emphasize on that a little bit, Lynn. What we have to understand is that a lot of these other companies, corporations that we're talking about, they have shareholders that they have to answer to. Shareholders don't like change. Okay, so by the time on passive, we're way ahead of them anyways, like Bob and Oliver and Collins just stated, and we are with the value that we have as far as products, everything you can possibly think of when it comes to on passive. These companies, if they want to change, what happens is they have to use a huge amount of financial resources to make that change. What that does is it eliminates the amount of shares that the shareholders are getting. Most shareholders are not willing to take that risk. You see what I'm saying? So most companies will stay exactly where they are unless they are 100% forced to do it. So they have to account to their shareholders. We will never go to an IPO, initial public offering. We don't have shareholders here. So what we have is on passive heirs, we have a group of people that Ash has hired and still hiring, tech pros that are free thinkers. Okay, they're hired to become free thinkers and innovative thinkers that build products going into the future. Okay, so we are miles, not only miles, but years and years and years ahead of any corporation out there that has to answer to their shareholders. We don't have to answer to anybody. You see what I'm saying? So there's a big difference there. So I just thought I'd throw that in there if one of our brothers wants to pop in. Thank you.
Anyone else on this question? All right, I think we're good. I think it is time now to wrap it up. I think we had a great discussion. Everyone here was on fire. Look at our chat. If you have been watching our chat, it has been very active, very positive, all positive comments, and I see lots of excitement within the chat. So we appreciate you folks being part of our webinar and sharing your sentiments and your thoughts with us. It was really exciting for me to follow along. And we also see you actively in the YouTube chats because this webinar is being live streamed on 20 channels. So for you here today, if you want to hear this webinar again, simply go to YouTube and you can catch recordings there. Share the recordings with everyone you know. Make sure they know that this webinar is a weekly webinar, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please join us and bring your friends, bring your family, bring your colleagues so that people will become educated about OnPassive, its products, and Mr. Mufara and his philosophy, which is very unique. He is a true humanitarian, but not only that, he's a technician and a marketing genius. We have so much with Mr. Mufara, and we should be very grateful to be led by such an awesome human being. So thank you again for attending. We had 475 attendees today. I do think that is a record for us, and we expect to have more and more of you as the weeks go on. We will provide you with excellent content. We have our 4 OTECH pros here week in, week out, and we have Mr. Marty Degarmo and Mr. Tony Monk as our contributors. We can't go wrong. So be sure to come every week and spread the word. Thank you very much. And on behalf of the group here, we appreciate you, we love you, and come back and see us again. Bye-bye on behalf of everybody.
Bye-bye.